It's standard rules in the cinema, right? They're called cinema etiquettes. If anyone listens to Kermode reviews, they are patrons of the cinema rules of etiquette, which I abide by because they make sense. Phones. I don't know about you guys, but as time has gone on, I remember being a kid when you had to turn off the phone. That was the thing. And now most people just put it to airplane mode, which I'm totally fine with. But don't get the phone out in the middle of the movie.
I only put it on airplane mode because it takes like shorter time to put it on airplane mode rather than like turning it off.
Yeah, because airplane mode, automatically you don't get any receiving calls and nobody can message you.
Right.
Like, nobody can get in touch with you, so your phone's not going to go off, so it isn't going to disturb the peace. But the thing is, if you bring your phone out and I can see the glare, it takes me out of the movie. And I saw 4 phones throughout the screening of it, 2 of which were in the row that we were sitting in. I'm talking to you, blonde young girl who was probably not 15 and should not have been seeing this movie, right? I swear to God, I wanted to pick up your phone and throw it at the screen. I was so annoyed. I don't care if you're on Snapchat, right? What is so important in your life that, oh my God, it's so scary that you have to tell everyone? What is going on?
It's only 2 hours, 15 minutes.
Let me put a dog filter on so that everyone can see I'm scared. Jesus Christ, man. And then there was another person in front. This one I'm okay with because it was like they must have dropped something. So they like had the backlit to see where they were going, like what seat they went to sit.
But that is so bright.
Yeah, like at least put night safety mode on. Like every phone now has that unless you're my father and still has a Nokia. Actually, that's not true. My dad did have a Nokia, but they cut off cellular coverage. So apparently Nokia bricks are like, they cut them off. So he had to get a flip phone. So like he's now one of the extras in The Wire.
So you were not immersed enough in the thing that you noticed, because I did not notice anything.
It's like, I sometimes move about, because I am a fidgeter, which is annoying, but I moved, and it's like, you know, if you see something and then you can't not see it. So as soon as I saw one, if I saw the light again, I was like, oh, for God's sake. And honestly, she was either checking the time or checking her messages. And I know that she was on Snapchat before the movie started, so I'm, like, not happy. Who's Snapchatting in a movie theater?
What? So ridiculous.
What? Who are you? Who are you, girl? I'm not happy at her.
Especially because, you know, we are actors and we've pretty much, well, we want to be in the industry and in these films, and to know that people just kind of watch it like it's kind of nothing. Like, also, wait till it's out on DVD then.
Yeah, that's what I said to Anouk. I'm like, if you can't sit for 2 hours and 15 without getting your phone out, just wait till it's on streaming or DVD, because then you can do it all you like. I'm not going to be there.
Yeah, that's right.
And
it annoys me as a creative, I think, seeing anything creative and seeing people just kind of take it for granted.
Not being interested.
It's annoying because do you know how hard these people work? Like, I know it's like the cinema and it's so kind of, you have how many screenings a day and it's so easy for you to kind of come in and out, but...
Anouk, do you want to tell the listeners about our experience at Shawshank Redemption, the stage play?
So, as you've probably noticed, and I've probably said a few times, me and Adam are a thing, and I was...
Sorry, ladies.
Yes, apologies.
Sorry, girl.
I stole him from every...
Sorry, girl who was on Snapchat. I'm actually secretly negging you.
Yeah. Yeah, so we went to the stage play of Shawshank Redemption in Glasgow's... What theatre production was it?
It was the...
Queen?
No, it was the King's Theatre.
King's Theatre.
The one near the Conservatoire. It's in the TG Theatre. I think it's the King's.
King's Theatre. And it was good. I mean, the first act was a little bit slow and energy was quite low, but they picked up in the second half and we were actually really enjoying it. But the really famous monologue made by Morgan Freeman in the film was done with one guy on a chair, pretty much center stage, and 2 phones went off mid-monologue. And it just ruins the whole aesthetic of it because you're feeling it, you're in it, you're involved. And even in film, when sometimes, you know, because it's a screen and they're not actually there, there's a bit of a disconnect. You're still immersed in a film, as Yann was saying, like, you usually don't notice these things. But the thing is that either way, you're immersed in something. And if you don't have your phone on silent, at least on silent.
It just goes to show how dependent people are on phones.
But it's so ridiculous. But especially because we've been on stage a few times.
Yeah.
And having a phone go off while you're on stage is the worst thing in the world because, especially if you're on theatre, you're there as well, acting your arse off, working so hard. I think a lot of people forget that entertainers work.
Yeah.
We work hard. We're not just doing it for this is our job. We do this every day and we work our fucking asses off for you guys. So we want a little bit of respect in it.
That's the force of habit also, because, the fringe audience is well versed in all that, because in the full month we did, I don't recall any kind of phone troubles.
Here's what happens. Because it was the second act of the play, people go out for the interval, check their phones. They don't turn them off again. People forget because they rush back to their seats because it's like, the show is about to resume. Please take your seats.
Especially the older part of the audiences because, they're not on their phones all the time, so they forget.
The other thing is, like, if one phone goes off, you're going to check. I check. If my phone's in my pocket and I hear somebody's phone go off, I'm like, oh shit, show's mine on? And it's not, because I don't put it on at the interval because I know I'd forget.
That's just the first stage, because there are some people who actually take the call.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, well, I'm sure I have been in a cinema when someone actually answered the call. And it's kind of been this, sorry, I can't talk right now. And it's like, sorry, what were you, like, no, no, just no. There's no reason why you had to pick up that phone.
Oh, that's worse than, the movie's shit anyway. So how's your,
God.
How's your day been?
I am so happy that I haven't been in that situation before, but I can imagine it would send me reeling.
If I was on stage, that's the point as an actor, you can. Could you break the wall for that? I would.
I think it depends on the theatre production, because actually, if you're at the Fringe, like what we were doing last year, is kind of thrust like 3 rows. There's not many people.
Yeah. And
you were doing one monologue, which a few of us were, and it's only you, and a phone goes off. I would definitely just turn around and maybe make a joke or...
Well, it depends on the piece, I guess, because in improv and comedy, it's actually it becomes part of the thing. But in a theatre play, when you are actually a character...
If you were doing a Shakespeare, you could maybe get away with it. Maybe. If you were that versed in the Elizabethan Shakespearean language.
Yeah.
I would love to do that. I would love to have the skill of that language to be able to go... I shall take the call. Messenger has arrived. Young squire, please let me inform you of the deeds of this tale. I'm sorry, it cannot wait, my lord. Something like that.
That would be amazing.
My lord, I've just received a message, and it seems one of the players has too.
Switch it, but I mean, there's a YouTube video of this that me and Adam were watching of someone's Nokia going off, and it was the classic Nokia ringtone. And they were at a recital. And it was a guy on the violin. And so he just stops his piece and plays the Nokia ringtone.
On his cello.
Beautiful. Check it out.
I've seen it.
We'll put a link in the podcast.
Oh, and it's so well timed because it's just... And you could see the anger in his face. Like, you have just ruined the most beautiful music. And I've put so much effort into this, I'm not just here, I've done this, like, for 5 seconds of my life. Like, musicians work their fucking asses off. And then you can't even turn your phone off. Oh, it's just...
And that concludes the public address part of the
Good, the
Bad, and the Just Plain Standard. People answering their phones or checking their phones in the cinemas are just plain standard.
Leave it at home.